Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the opening night recap. We had the Brooklyn Nets versus the Milwaukee Bucks. We had the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors. And as I got to start off, JWBC, SKJJ, Starter Boy Foundation, SB1 Sports Media, yesterday was opening night. What did we get from opening night? And I want to say first and foremost, you can't really take nothing from opening night. Because one thing that I do know, as far as my experience, especially with basketball, you can't judge nothing off of the first night or the first game. It takes at least 20 games into the season for you to really get an idea of what teams are. It takes about a quarter of the season so you can really get an understanding of where your team is at or where teams are at, period. Especially during these times, coming off with the COVID situation, it takes some time. So you can't really judge nothing off game one. And let me backtrack. I want to also give a shout out to Ray's podcast. Give a shout out to Raekwon over at Ray's podcast. Check his podcast out. Again, he has great content. He has great content in his platform. He really touches a lot of areas. So if you get a chance, check out Ray's podcast. But let's get into it. And I'm going to be short because I want to get into these other games. The opening night recap, Nets in Milwaukee. And as far as the Nets is going to be what they are. We can roll the dice on the Nets in Milwaukee 10 times, and it can go either way. And I don't want to turn this into a Kyrie thing, this point right here. I don't want to turn it into a Kyrie thing, mainly because with everything going around it, but Brooklyn Nets need Kyrie. They need Kyrie. They cannot get out the East without Kyrie. That is just a straight fact. I don't care what these clowns on TV saying, oh, they don't need Kyrie, trade Kyrie. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. The Brooklyn Nets need Kyrie to get out the East, and they're going to need Kyrie to win a championship. Because one thing for sure, people don't understand the pressure that Kyrie. People don't respect Kyrie's greatness because they look at all the outside things. They don't look at Kyrie's greatness. But one thing about Kyrie, he puts pressure on the defense. He put pressure on defenses. And I'm going to add the link. Hold on, let me get this right. Let me add the link for anybody that want to come in and chime in. I'm not going to be long tonight. Well, for this show, I'm not going to be long because I do want to check out the rest of the games that's going on. But the link is in the chat if anybody want to come in and chime in. But the Nets need Kyrie because of the pressure he puts on defenses. Now, what I will say is the only way that they can get past the Milwaukee or the elite teams in the East is that James Harden, he settled into that point guard role. But he has to come out of that. They have to somehow, if Kyrie's not going to be back no time soon, they're going to have to somehow take Harden off the ball and let him be the killer that he is when it comes to scoring the basketball to go along with KD. Because KD going to get his. I always call him the creative player. He's the creative player on 2K. He's going to always get his as that long, lanky, 7-foot athletic guy who he don't need that athleticism, his athleticism to get shots off or to score the basketball. So he's going to do what he do. And there's no way, I'm sorry, but you can't sell me on Joe Harris. Joe Harris, once you go bad, you went bad. and he went bad last year. It ain't no coming back for that. So Jay, they're gonna have, and Patty Mills, don't Patty Mills. He did a great job last night. He did a great job, but they're gonna need for somebody else to be that. For James Harden, without Kyrie, James Harden cannot be the facilitator for the Nets to win a championship or get out the East. That's just not gonna happen. Now, with all things said, eventually Kyrie will be back in. I really believe he's gonna be in. Dealing with the situation over New York. As far as the mayor already said if he wins, well, the person that is favored to win the election in New York, as far as mayor, they say that he's optimistic that Kyrie is going to be able to play this year. But with all that said and done, either way, the Nets need Kyrie to get out the East and win a championship. And Milwaukee, they looked as good as they can look. The Greek Freak, he did what he normally do. Him and KD, they played each other to a standstill. And that's all. That's why I said if it's 10 games, you can roll the dice on which way it's going to go. It can go Nets, it can go Milwaukee. It can go Milwaukee, it can go Nets. But Kyrie is the difference maker. Now let's get into the Lakers. The Lakers versus Golden State. Now, and I want to say this off the top. And this is what you LA fans need to take into consideration. AD and LeBron played a hell of a game. LeBron was hitting shots that I ain't never seen him hit before. But the difference between last night, he was hitting those shots with consistency until down the stretch. But when you're his age, that's what's going to happen. But AD and LeBron play as good as they can play. And that's just what it is. But Golden State were just younger. Their ball movement was just crisp. It at the end of the day, and normally we would say, because I'm from the era where they said defense wins championships. Nah, but defense don't get people watching. So the NFL, the NBA, along with the NFL, has turned it into an offensive game. So points are going to be scored. The more you score, the more people that you're going to get watching. And the problem with LA is, and it showed last night against Golden State, them young boys, along with Steph and Draymond, they was pushing that. They was playing at 157,000, and LA was trying to keep up at 100,000. But when it came to that fourth quarter, those young lads was still fresher. And the only reason that game, the LA and Golden State Warrior games, wasn't a blowout is because Golden State, they were just missing shots. They were just missing shots. That's the only reason why that game wasn't a blowout. And if you go back and look at that game, Golden State was getting wide open shots with the ball movement. They was getting to the cup. They was getting to the basket. And there was times when they were just blowing past LA defenders, and those guys they look old. They look old. And do I think LA, they're gonna get it together? The Lakers are going to get it together. They're going to find a way to be competitive. They're going to find a way to be there. They're going to find a way to be there when it's all said and done. Whether it's the playoffs, whether it's the Western Conference Final, they're going to find a way to be there. But the key is, will they be able to compete with these young teams that have a mixture of young players and old players? Now you may want to say the Lakers were missing some of their role players, Kendrick Nunn and so and so, but Golden State was missing. They was missing. They was missing some players too. They was missing Klay Thompson. They was missing Wiseman. They were missing players too. So you can't. And Kendrick Perkins, Big Goofy. I like to call Kendrick Perkins Big Goofy. Yeah, and I'm going there. I call him Big Goofy because he got on TV. He got on TV making excuses again about, and I don't even want to take it there, but he got on national TV. Kendrick Big Goofy Perkins got on national TV making excuses to why LA lost. There's no need to do that because you still had, like I said, Golden State did not have Klay Thompson, Wiseman. They were missing players too. So don't get out here talking about Bron. Bron played the hell of a game. AD played the hell of a game. They just lost to a younger and more athletic team. And that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And one thing that you're going to get out of this, out of SB1 Sports Media, you're not going to get no, you're going to get it straight. You're not going to get no, it ain't going to be no bias or biased opinions based off of what I like or dislike. And anybody, again, the link is in the chat. So if you want to jump in and dispute anything I say, come on in. Don't be scared. Come on in. I welcome it. But the Lakers, they're going to have to figure out as time go on. And the narrative is that they're built for the playoffs. Come on, man. We can't. Built for the playoffs? Built for the playoffs. That's like in the New York media. I listen to those clowns in the New York media talking about, well, the Knicks, the Knicks and Tibbs, they take the regular season serious. That's why they make the playoffs. Other teams don't take the regular. I don't know no damn team in the history of sports. I don't care if we go to hockey. I don't care if we go to baseball, football, basketball. You take your regular season games serious. Now, 82 games over a 6-7 month span, those are a lot of games. So there may be times when you just don't have it all. But don't tell me that a team is just built for the playoffs or teams do not take the regular season serious. Because if you're a competitor, you ain't laying down losing once you step on that floor. Whether you feel like you got it or not, you're getting on that floor and you're competing to win. If you're a winner, you don't know how to go out there and accept yourself laying down and losing. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. But we got some good games coming on tonight. Tonight is the actual official opening of the NBA 2021 season, 2021-2022 season. And we got some great games. We got some very good games. What they did last night, though, they gave us a preview of what they would like to be the Final Four when it comes to what's going down in May and June. The NBA gave us a preview. They wanted to be Brooklyn, Milwaukee. They wanted to be Golden State and LA. But just give me your thoughts. Do y'all think that it will really be those four teams as the Final Four? Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. But we got some good games coming on tonight. We got the let me go back. We got Chicago, Detroit. All these games are starting. I really wanted to get on and get off early. I only plan to do a half-hour show tonight. And then do a follow-up on Monday for week 1. So make sure you tune in for the week 1 preview. All right. Tonight we got Chicago, Detroit, Indiana, Charlotte, Boston and New York, Washington, Toronto, Philly, New Orleans, Houston and Minnesota, Cleveland, Milwaukee. Cleveland and Memphis, Orlando, San Antonio, OKC and Utah, Denver and Phoenix, Sacramento against Portland. Now, for all you bettors out there, we're gonna get on. We're gonna share. What I want to also do is, if you like to place your bets, let's get on here and let's do some picks. And let's all get some bread together. You know, let's get together and get the bookie. What? Well, get the betters or get Vegas to be more exact. All right, I'm about to tune on because I'm about to get into these new. It's 7:30. I'm about to get into these games that's coming on now, so I could give a full preview coming out Monday on the 25th of October. Tune in, SB1 Sports Media on YouTube. Like and share, please. Like and share. You know, and again, the comment section is always open. So anytime you disagree with anything I say, you can come on in. I'm going to be objective. I'm not a fan. I'm an analyst. I'm no longer a fan. I'm an analyst. So I have to come out here with an objective opinion. And like I said at the beginning, LeBron had a hell of a game last night. Even if LeBron out there killing it, I got to give him his credit. So if you feel in any way that you feel like you want to come on and give your opinion, it's more than welcome. SB1 Sports Media, SKJJ, JWBC, Starter Foundation. Again, SB1 Sports Media. Tune in. Have a good night.